Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Rosemary and I am the Navical Beauty. On today's video, I wanted to talk to you about juicing, about what I have noticed since juicing for 14 consecutive days. Now, I have to preface this by saying I am not new to juicing. I have juiced on and off over the years. But not consistently. I would do it for 2 or 3 days and then it would just get annoying because, the prepping of the fruits and vegetables, the juicer, the cleanup, everything. It was just too much. So I would do it, here and there and in between, but never consistently. So what I started doing was juicing using my blender. I have a Vitamix, which is a heavy duty blender. I would suggest if you're going to try it with a blender, it be a heavy duty blender, something like Blendtec or, one of those. Also, yeah, Blendtec, Vitamix, maybe a Cuisinart or something, but something that has a heavy motor that's going to be able to really, what you call it, like really emulsify, that's the word, emulsify the fruits and vegetables. So what I started doing, now I do suffer from high blood pressure, so one of the one of my aims was really to see if I can control my blood pressure whilst juicing. And one of the ingredients or one of the produce that is used for high blood pressure is beets. So beets was the star of the show. Let's put it like that. I added other stuff, like I added oranges for the vitamin C. I added an apple, a Granny Smith, and a Red Delicious for the sweetness. I'm sure they have benefits too. Ginger, because ginger is good for the blood. It's good for opening up blood vessels and stuff. So I added ginger, celery, because celery is like a diuretic, so it would flush everything. What else did I put in there? I also put, not every day that I did it, pineapples, because pineapple is also very good for you. Sometimes I would put parsley, not all the time. But as I said, the star of the show, also I put a lemon in there because lemon balances your pH and stuff like that. So definitely put a lemon in there. So also, if you guys want a video of how I make it, please comment, show me below, and I definitely will. So this was my morning routine. What I did is I put all those chopped fruits in my blender with an 8-ounce bottle of spring water, and I blended it all up really well. Then I strained it. I used like a mesh, like a really fine mesh first, and then I put it through a strainer to get all the pulp out. And that's how I made the juice. It was very delicious. You can taste the hint of ginger in there. But as I said, it was prominently beets. And beet have a very earthy taste. It tastes very much like the ground that it came from. So this, adding all those other things, gave it a taste that you can tolerate. So let's go into what I noticed after I have been doing this for a couple of days. I noticed, number one, I had very regular bowel movements. This might be TMI again, but I am prone to be constipated. So I was going. I had a nice flow going. And after a few days, maybe like a week, you would notice that your bowel movement takes on the appearance of the beet. Do not get alarmed. It's just working its way through your system. So that's gonna go away, but you're gonna see that. So it might look, reddish, burgundy-ish, and you might get alarmed. As I said before, don't. That's gonna stop. I also noticed that I was sleeping better. Um, I wasn't restless at night. I also noticed that my skin felt a little more supple, I guess, with the vitamin C and all of the other stuff in there. My skin felt really supple and you know moisturized, and it didn't feel dry. And right now I live in Philly and it's cold, so my skin wasn't feeling or isn't feeling dry or anything like that. Now, I'm not saying this happened after 2 days or 3 days of doing this. I'm saying after 14 consecutive days of doing this, of 2 weeks of doing this is what I noticed. I also noticed, which was the big selling point for me, and as to why Beets was, as I said before, the star of the show, my blood pressure went down and went down a lot. Now, I have battled high blood pressure for a long time, still is battling it. Didn't want to get on meds because, you go on meds, you have to go on meds for something else because it does something and all of the somethings. So I always opt to do natural medicines, natural relievers. Anything natural, I am here for it. And with the beets, I noticed that my blood pressure went down. As long as I was drinking the beets, my pressure stayed down. Am I going to continue drinking? Yes, I am. Because, as I said, the way I make it now, it's not so involved. It's just cutting up of everything, putting it in the blender, emulsifying it, straining it, and drinking it. And I drink it. It's the first thing I drink in the morning on an empty stomach. So it goes right through you. Would I recommend? Highly, highly, highly recommend. First of all, you're getting so much vitamins and minerals from everything that you're putting in there that it's better than taking a multivitamin. The health benefits are astounding. I mean, just by the beats of lowering your blood pressure, I would say, you know, 10 out of 10. Now, you can adjust this however you like it. I try to keep it simple and try to keep it with the produce that would be available year round, because sometimes something is in, it's out, but there's always going to be apples, there's always going to be ginger, beets is always going to be there, you're always going to have celery. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to keep switching it up. You can just keep it like that, and that be the juice that you drink. If you're a little more adventurous, you can expand your palate. But you want it to be simple and to the point, that's what I would recommend. So as I said, the biggest thing that I noticed, and which was very serious, is the lowering of my blood pressure. So highly, highly recommend you guys try. It's not, it's not anything, you know, out there. It's simple. And as I said, the availability of the produce, the fruits and the produce and stuff, it's there. So, and as I said, you don't need any fancy equipment. Don't run out and buy, you know, the most expensive juicer or the, you know, you have a blender. You can invest in a blender because a juicer is only for juice, right? But a blender, you can make smoothies, you can make green juice, you can. So a blender, I think I would invest in a blender before investing in a juicer. And the cleanup in a blender is one thing. It's just that the jug, and that's it. There's no pads to pull out. There's no, you know, this pad. There's no this to empty out with the pulp. But no, it's one piece of equipment or one piece of appliance. I would just get, as I said, invest in a very, very good blender. That's it. And you can juice your life away. But yeah, I just wanted to come and, you know, talk to you guys about that. I hope you found it helpful. As I said, this is something I would continue to do. It has, you know, they say if you do something for a week, once you do something for 3 weeks, it becomes like a routine. If you do it every day, it's not going to be, oh my God, I have to do this again. No, it's just gonna flow because it's gonna be part of your daily routine. So highly, highly recommend. It's fresh juice. You made it. There's no preservative. You know everything that you're putting in there. So yeah, give it a try. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what benefits you see after, you know, doing it for a certain period of time. But as I said, the biggest thing that I saw was the lowering of my blood pressure. And for that reason alone, I would highly recommend including beets in your juice. So again, if you found that this was helpful, give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share, give me a comment below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.